Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie and Mystepho.
Hey!
And we are actually in the car, so no idea how this is coming off because maybe it's just a bit cramped. But we are actually going on a road trip.
Yes.
Really excited, and we are, I don't know how we're going to summarize this. We are going to a film collectors meetup or gathering-ish. But it's not a super official big, it's not like a convention. We're essentially going to an acquaintance or a friend of ours who hosts this get-together once every year, and it's like mostly Swedes, but I know that he invites like some people from Norway and Denmark as well.
It's called the Nordic
Nordic Film Collectors
Gathering. Kind of.
I hate these translations. So it's an open invitation, and we said we wanted to go. So we are traveling there. It's going to take roughly 4 or 5 hours in terms of the road trip. So might keep an eye out for car boot sales, yard sales, whatever, as we're driving through the country. And so then in the evening tonight, there's going to be he's going to be showing some old movies, commercials, whatever. There's going to be some barbecue. And then we're going to stay at a hotel. And tomorrow there's going to be he's hosting a sort of film market. So I brought some stuff to sell. And generally just meet people and talk about movies and stuff.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, that's the plan. And I suppose we will be coming back to this road trip sporadically throughout the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to add?
No,
Feels like I'm just jabbering on.
I'll be here next to you, or I'll be in the driver's compartment.
Yeah. And the first
the glove compartment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep out of there. First stop on the trip is actually going to be a small second-hand shop / sort of toy shop-ish kind of place in one of the cities we're passing.
Yeah.
So that's up next.
Yes.
And yeah, just stay tuned. So this is Junkie and Mystepho.
Yeah.
We are on a I don't know if this is the last stretch of road. We still have a ways to go, about an hour.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we are hit with this very bumpy road. It's, what do you even call this?
It's a bumpy ride.
It's a bumpy ride. It's a gravel road. They're doing. It's usually asphalt, but they have some sort of. No.
I thought I saw some asphalt.
Yes,
but no.
Jesus Christ!
It's good for the what do you say?
Prostate.
No.
I don't know.
It's called good for the digestion.
Ah.
You can feel it like.
Feel it working.
Yeah.
I don't know. So this might be the worst place to shoot a video because I don't know if you're even gonna hear anything on account of the shaking. But we are still. Jesus, we are still going.
Strong.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel aggressive gravel has ended. It says it's gonna be what? 5 kilometers more? No.
If that's the case, feels like we are gonna look for an alternate route on the way back. This is ridiculous. If there is
I don't think there is an alternate route, because we are basically in the far out countryside, as you can see.
Yeah.
Just look around in editing.
Yeah. Well,
and now a red light.
Yeah.
Exactly what are we waiting for? Maybe they just turned it to red and went home for today. They're like, yeah.
Could I be any slower? Yes, I could. Whew.
My bet is to turn off the engine.
What is this?
I don't know. I think we're stuck.
I think we're dying here.
Maybe we're missing out on the dinner. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna end up eating our hats. No, we're gonna end up eating our...
I'm not gonna eat your...
I don't have a hat.
No. I was thinking about the, the plane in the Andes that went down. And
people... If other people are having some, I might try it.
Exactly. Tastes like chicken, you say?
Yeah. I would eat you.
Nah.
Want to summarize the day so far?
Yeah.
There's not much.
Been a lot of gravel lately.
Now that you mention it, a lot of gravel.
Oh look, there's a car. So
there's a car.
So
we're saved.
Yes. Well, and then
this is so ridiculous.
No, probably there is something.
Yes, there's probably something
going on,
but there shouldn't be anything.
It's one of those.
Yes,
it's one of them.
A loots. As we say, lootsbil, as we say in Sweden.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, and now he's pressing.
Yeah.
And he's doing us. Whoop 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 whoop. Nice. Loose. Wow. Follow me, it says.
Follow me.
It's a what?
And so we do.
Now this is quite exciting.
Is this not a thing for you? Don't you?
I have never experienced this.
Really? Wow. This is common practice for, like,
when you live in the countryside.
Yeah, countryside, when they're doing. What do you even call this?
Follow me car?
No. I mean, what do you call, they're doing construction work on the road. That's what I'm trying
to.
Road work.
Yeah.
And he has quite a speed, actually.
Yes,
for this road.
yes.
It's like,
I would also have that if this is the only thing I'm working with.
Oh yeah.
Like, I got two cars. I got 2 cars.
I'm gonna make 50 laps, then I'm going home.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
They're actually
working.
They're actually working. Maybe. No. Standing still.
Slowly. No,
he's not. It does not move.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna do that. Okay.
Oh.
So they're gonna basically push all the gravel into the ground for us. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And this is all.
Could have done that at another time.
Oh, this is the gravel, mate.
Yeah. All I'm saying here is that it feels like normally when you're doing a thing like this, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels like you do half the road at one time.
Yeah.
So you do have this system, but then at least you have a road that's actually drivable in one direction.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel that it's very unusual to see this. I think I've come across this sort of that common, but maybe this road hasn't been asphalt before. I don't know.
Probably not, but I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Regardless of which, I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah, but it must have been.
It must have been.
Must have been asphalt, but it's over now.
Yeah, it's very much over. It's not over.
And it's better. It's not perfect, but it's
braking.
Come on. Maybe it's been bad asphalt.
We're still following him.
Yes, because this guy don't like that. I don't wanna stop.
Oh.
Now this. Oof.
Oh, please tell me this is it.
Wow, lovely. Thanks a lot. Follow car.
It's not the best road, guys.
No, probably. But I mean, this road has been prepared for something. Because they have
but this is also,
waffled it.
Yeah, that's the official term.
Yes.
Well, they waffled it.
Yes.
But this road, it feels even worse because here you don't know. I wouldn't be doing 70 on this road because I have no idea if it's gonna be like a major pothole.
Yeah.
So this is, come on.
And enter major pothole.
Yes. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Pothole.
So we officially lost 11 minutes and counting on this.
So welcome back to the Asphalt Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about
waffle.
Yes, waffles.
Waffle.
Holes in the road.
Yes, and pot.
Yes. A lot of focus on potholes and other types of holes that may or may not be part of our common countryside roads. I've lost the energy to talk about this.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just end.
Don't say that when you riding on the edge of a cliff.
Yes.
I'm just gonna end.
Vad sa hon mer i Tjeckien?
Things don't always go as planned, even for a pro. Sometimes when you steal a car, you get more than you bargained for.
Holy shit!
Eric. Who is it?
Please! Oh, damn it.
Fasten your seatbelt for what Car magazine calls the most hair-raising chase scene ever filmed. Hollywood Reporter says it's a thrill a minute. You owe it to your car to see Gone in 60 Seconds. It's grand theft entertainment. Gone in 60 Seconds. Rated PG. Och så är det då bara att säga godnatt. Nej, det var så sant. Först ska ni ju ägna någon minut åt ansiktet så att ni blir lika förtjusande imorgon. Den här hållkremen smälter in och renar och huden känns mjuk och behaglig. Och så lite ansiktsvatten, ljuvligt, inte sant? Om hyn är särskilt torr så bör man ta lite extra kolkräm som får sitta kvar under natten. Då motarbetas rynkorna, ålderstecknen. Innan ni går ut till en ny dag och skyddar ni ansiktet med snökräm som också är ett förträffligt puderunderlag. Och detta var hela hennes skönhetsvård. Skönhetsvård behöver alltså inte vara vad många tror. Massor av flaskor och burkar och timslångt arbete framför spegeln. Noggrann hygien, tillräcklig sömn, lämplig diet och så amarant kolkräm. Nattkrämen som renar och stimulerar hudens näringstillförsel. Amarant snökräm. Dagkrämen som skyddar ansiktet om dagen och gör hyn vackert sammetsmatt. Och amarant och tonic. Ansiktsvatten som ger hyn friskhet och spänst är fullt tillräckligt. Amarantmetoden, enkel och effektiv, tar bara ett par minuter. Ni hinner med den och ni trivs med den. Amarant för skönhetsvården.
Där gör det.
Oh shit, såg du älgen?
Vad gör du? Ska du filma mig nu?
Filma dig nu.
Cool, man.
What you doing?
You do it.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
Go through now is a procedure starting your flag. First of all, turn your key back on. Turn the gas straight up and down.
Well, we learned to enjoy it.
I thought it was always polite to milk first. Before shooting.
I know a good deal more about you than you suspect. I know, for instance, that you're loving a woman. It's perhaps a strange circumstance that we both should love the same woman. They
came by the hundreds, by the thousands, killing and crippling, creeping, crawling creatures determined to destroy the earth. Could anything stop them? Could anything stop the giant spider invasion? There has never been a film like this before.
Is every man who ever settled for something less.
Not good if a pretty good guy's coming, gets laid off, right?
Yeah, well, let me do the figure, okay, man? From here, man, just let me do the figure.
He can bring out the anger in others,
I'll bring both of them so they don't work for you.
but not in himself.
$50. Soon we'll do it, you can have another time, yeah?
If you miss this one, you will miss the most exciting 007 adventure of them all.
Back on the road. Potentially the lighting is not the best. We might be in the shadows, but I just thought we could do a quick recap of the weekend. I just want to say I thought this was a awesome event. I don't know what I expected, but I really
I expected nothing, basically.
Okay.
I'm just like, there's gonna be some movies.
Yeah.
Gonna be some people. There were movies and there
Yeah.
were people.
It's basically like a home theater, but the house itself is
It's an old
try to describe this because I can't.
like a
my mind's
community
blank.
house
Yeah.
from the. It was huge. Every little small town had one of these like community houses. They arranged dances. They arranged like parties and
there's usually like
screenings.
there's usually like a stage, so
Yeah.
there might be performances and stuff
theater
like that.
/ cinema / just a place for dancing and partying.
And so he's essentially bought one of these houses and has remodeled it into his own sort of home theater thingy. So he was screening a bunch of these old Swedish commercials on like 35 and I don't know, or 16 millimeter maybe primarily. Maybe not 35, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But commercials on film.
Yeah, from maybe the 50s, 60s. I'd say.
And I just thought these were hilarious. I really wasn't sure what to expect from this. This was a whole lot of fun, and I just loved it. Thought it was really great get together. And then today on Sunday we had like more of a film market. People bring stuff to sell, and generally the focus was more about actual film, like films on reels. More so than on videotapes and DVDs.
I'd say video tapes were the least featured genre on the film market.
I was expecting VHS to be more prominent, but it feels like I was almost the only person there who was selling VHS tapes.
Yep.
But even so, I managed to sell some stuff which I wasn't really expecting. I sold some Super 8 reels, even stuff that didn't have boxes with them. And we bought some stuff. I'm gonna show my finds later in the video. But do you have anything specific that you feel like that was the most interesting, or something that you really sort of...
Well, first of all, I found two 35mm trailers, like trailer reels, well, like 1.5 minute trailers. Sunday, 12 to something. Here's a flea market. Let's go for it.
Okay. So now we are heading back, but we decided that we are essentially going to try and stop at any sort of yard sales or local flea markets that we see.
seems like a big one.
And this might actually be something interesting. So
Oh yeah.
give us a moment
Yeah.
to check this out. Hey. Okay, so we were saying, was there anything specific that you're very happy about?
Well, okay, first of all, I didn't expect anything going there. I kind of expected to maybe buy some Blu-rays actually from the guy that has this meetup. It's called Richard, and he is like running a business that has digitalized a couple of like a thriller, a cruel picture, amongst others. And I expected actually to buy that, and I did. And I'm really happy to have it on Blu-ray. And I did pick up two 35mm trailers, like 1.5 minutes worth of footage. And the trailers were from the 1997 or 8 Disney movie Tarzan, which I thought was funny because I like animation, and it's just like cool to own a 35mm.
Yeah, and just like these old, really sort of just beautiful vintage film boxes.
Yes,
I just really like the aesthetic.
And that came in a tin case, so that was nice. And the other one I found was Toy Story 3 from 2010, so that is also like, it's 50 years old.
Yeah, and that was also film trailer.
Yeah, 35mm, because I like Toy Story. I found it interesting because I never thought I would own 35mm. But anyway, I picked up that. I picked up a book of vintage mature comics, like a collection, really cheap, same price, $3.
Yeah, I bought the same.
I found a magazine with some animation articles in it. I found a cinema catalog from 1977 of what Disney movies you could order as a cinema in the 70s, and I found that interesting. It was enveloped in a like Walt Disney Productions envelope. I thought it was just fun memorabilia.
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I agree. Just these sort of physical and tactile nature of like these old envelopes or old, like with stamps and stickers and more. It's just it feels like Christmas. Just so.
Interesting.
So that's about it. I guess we can do a bit of a more montage for the yard sales in case we find anything upcoming.
Yes.
So yeah. That's it for now. Okay, so it's been a few days and I'm back home. I thought we would go through the finds that I got this weekend. And I've actually set up my regular table, but I got the reconnected backdrop for today because I just felt I needed a cutting board because it's, I got one really heavy item which I want to bring up and show you guys, but it's a bit sort of dirty and I don't really want to get dirt on the white backdrop. So in any case, let's just get to it. And I'm going to start with a couple of VHS tapes which I actually found on our way to the meetup, and this was purchased at ZZ Prylar, which is a sort of second-hand shop kind of place in Gävle, and if you haven't been there, I highly recommend you go. It's just a really nice place where you can get some videotapes, DVDs, Blu-rays, games, t-shirts, toys, very sort of retro nostalgia type stuff. And what I decided to pick up is 2 videotapes, the first being a rental copy of Alien Resurrection, And this is not a super collectible or anything, but it's a tape I didn't own, and I felt that I wanted to own all of the Alien movies on rental VHS tapes. And so this is the Swedish rental version. So it comes in a big clamshell, and there we got the tape. Now, seeing as this is, you know, not an older movie, it's from '97, it's not a collectible. I think I paid like, I think it was 20 Swedish crowns thereabouts, which is pretty much what it's worth. So yeah, I mean, it's one I've been looking for, so I was happy to score it just so I didn't have to pay on the shipping to get one. So that is the first pickup. Then we got one more VHS tape from the store, and that is actually a rental copy of The Island of Dr. Moreau. And this is also not a collectible film or a collectible release, obviously, but it's one that I didn't own, and this film is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I sort of watched it growing up, and just, you know, it always sort of stayed with me as one of those, you know, kind of bad, but also kind of enjoyable movies. So yeah, I think I paid a bit more for this. I think it was maybe €4 or €5, which is probably a bit of an overprice, but at the same time, you know, I was there, I could pick it up, didn't have to pay shipping, and so I was happy with it. Oh, this has apparently broken off. And interestingly enough, if you don't know this, this film actually has a pretty cool intro sequence. And this title sequence was actually created by a guy named Kyle Cooper, and he also worked on the title sequences for Seven and also for the movie Mimic. And I just really like his work. He was employed at a company called Imaginary Forces, and I just think that they have made some really cool title sequences. They also worked on the title sequence for Stranger Things. I don't know if Kyle Cooper was involved in that, but generally just a really fascinating company when it comes to openings and, you know, general design of title sequences, which I think is really cool. So these were the first two, really happy about these. And then we moved on to our actual road trip. And I gotta say that we didn't make too many finds at, you know, local yard sales and car boot sales. Essentially not any pickups like that, I think, because, you know, we tried looking for places, but most of them were either closed or just not that fun. So I don't really have anything else to show except for when we actually arrived to the sort of movie market, which was the second day, so the Sunday. So now I thought we would continue by looking at the stuff that I actually got at the film market. And so first up is two more videotapes. These are also not collectible, but the first one is a rental copy of the movie The Pledge. Also a great film, not a collectible, but this was super cheap. I essentially got this for 2 Swedish crowns. That is almost too low to even calculate. I mean, 10 Swedish crowns is like €1. So yeah, it's below €1. And I mean, it's a great film. I really enjoyed it, and I don't have this on rentable VHS, so I thought, what the hell? He wanted to get rid of them, so I grabbed it. And also in this pile, which is something I really wasn't looking for, I hadn't really considered, I decided to pick up a copy of The Matrix Reloaded, also on rentable VHS tapes, come with a big clamshell. And I'm thinking that if I see the Matrix movies in the rental copies, I'm probably gonna buy them. Not because they are collectible, because I mean, these were movies which were heavily circulated. They were probably mass-produced. I don't know how many copies I've seen of this in the past, but these days it feels like VHS tapes are on the rise. And, you know, I've had movies which I've sort of felt like, you know, well, that's a good movie, I'll pick that up if I want to. And a couple of years goes by and you realize that that particular title has now become like a nostalgic value for people of the later generation. And it's actually increased in value. Or like, okay, well, I can't buy that because that is now ridiculously priced. And you know, some examples of that would obviously be movies like The Predator, the Terminator films, Star Wars movies. I mean, there has been a general boom for VHS tape in, like, you know, recent years. And so I just felt like, you know what, these are pretty cool movies, which, you know, I don't know, I just wanted to have it. So really cheap, also like below €1, so decided to grab this one. And if I can find them, I will probably want to pick up, the rest of the movies in the Matrix trilogy, or well, it's not a trilogy anymore, the Matrix saga, quadrilogy, whatever. But this was the only one that I found at this weekend's get-together. Okay, so that's the VHS tapes we got, and I'm actually going to stack these up on the side just so we get some space for the rest of the stuff. And I'm sorry about the glare from the LED lights, but that's just something you'll have to deal with. And next up, I thought we would look at a book. This is a combined sort of volume of a Swedish comic, which is called James Fjong. And this is a very sort of, you know, cult type Swedish comic, which, you know, I don't know what to say about this. It's just an adult comic, and it appeared in a lot of these sort of magazines from 70s and 80s, like adult magazines. And I'm not going to focus too much on this, but these are obviously, you know, comics. They're not photos, but they are highly explicit, so we're not going to, you know, pay too much attention. And so this is the second book. There was essentially a first volume, which I think has like all of the James Fjong comics. And then this is like a follow-up, which I think has this and some other stuff. I haven't really gone through this yet, but this was super cheap. It's essentially been sort of launched by Club Super 8, which is owned by Richard, who is the guy who was hosting this event. So he was selling these out for €3 per book. This is quite a hefty book and well worth the €3. So, you know, a no-brainer picking this up. And also on his table was actually a brand new limited edition Blu-ray release of the Swedish cult movie Anita, the Swedish Nymphette. This is a Christina Lindberg film, and it's also being released by Club Super 8. So I decided to pick this up. He was selling these for, I think, €19, and generally, like, the online prices from the store are going to be higher than that. So I thought this was well worth the pickup. It's going to be kind of hard to censor this because it is a bit uncensored on the back. But here you can see some of the artwork. And this is a brand new Blu-ray release from Club Super 8. And in case you don't know it, he's also released a brand new version of Thriller, A Cruel Picture. This was also for sale, but I actually didn't buy this at the convention or the meetup. I actually bought this prior, but I haven't actually had time to show this, so I might as well do that. And so here first we have Anita, and this comes with a limited edition slipcase. Then we got a Blu-ray keep case, front and back, and might pop this open as well. And this also has a reverse cover, those who want to know. So there we got an alternate cover art, also pretty cool. So I'm not really sure if I should be making detailed looks at these within the video, or if I should make separate unboxings. I might as well show this in this video. So yeah, so this was Anita, and then we also have Thriller, A Cruel Picture, which I did not buy at this convention, but they were selling them, and I haven't had time to show it before. So this is the limited edition Blu-ray of Thriller, A Cruel Picture. I think the limited edition slipcase is sold out already, but he did have a few copies left. So yeah, I really like the look of this. It is a brand new Scandinavian Swedish release of the movie, which is really cool because it's like something that hasn't been done before. This is actually the first time that this cult Swedish film is released on Blu-ray in Sweden. And I mean, it's been released, you know, already. It's been released by Vinegar Syndrome, and there's a whole bunch of cool collection editions out there. But I think it's really nice and unique to actually own a Swedish release of the film, seeing as it is actually a Swedish movie. And yeah, I just generally like the look of this. It's a sort of different artwork. I think it's pretty cool. And here we got the keep case, front and back. I might pop this open as well. This also has a reverse cover, in case you want to see that. So here we got the alternate cover art. And so, yeah, I mean, so far I was really happy about this. Pretty cool stuff. And just generally, I want to say thank you to Richard for hosting this. This was a super fun thing for me and for Stefan. We really enjoyed this get together. And just generally, I think, you know, Richard was a really good host, and I just wanted to take a moment to stop and say thank you to Richard, because I thought this was a really cool event. But there's actually a couple of things left, and we're gonna start off with a couple of empty movie reels. These are essentially, I don't know if this one is probably for 35mm film because it's a bit thicker, and I haven't actually opened these, but I don't know if this even matters. I just grabbed these because they were free. They were on the table from one of the Norwegian sellers, I think. And generally, you know, I suppose I might have gotten these either way, but I felt that I wanted to pick something up, and there actually was one thing on the table which I really wanted to get. And that is actually, I think, my first ever pickup of a 16mm film. And this is the film print that I got. It came in a sort of very plain box. Still got the price tag on this. So this was 100 Swedish crowns. And it's very uninteresting in terms of the box. But I saw this and I saw the taped on title, which just says XXX USA 1970s. So I asked about this. Apparently this is a unidentified adult film, probably, sorry I can't speak, adult film, probably from the 1970s. And yeah, title unknown, X-rated, probably 70s America. So don't know anything about this, but I mean, I asked him and he was like, it's pretty uncommon to see adult films on 16mm, and so that's about all I know about this. And I don't own any 16mm films from before, I don't really have a way to play them, but that also brings me to the next pickup. Because believe it or not, there was actually another table at this place where a guy had set up a bunch of these projectors which he was selling. And the thing is that this guy was at the meetup on Saturday, but for some reason he didn't actually stay around on Sunday. And he essentially left all of the stuff he was selling, like projectors, just old movie reels, whatever, and he just left them there and left like his name and like his phone number, because here in Sweden we have this system where you can send money to people using only their phone number. Like there's an app which sort of works that way, and so he just left his number. So like you can transfer money to me this way, just adding some price tags to the various stuff. And so on this table was actually a 16mm projector. Now, like I said, I never owned a 16mm projector before. I wasn't planning to get one this time, but I spotted this thing and it's kind of a heavy projector. Whew, so it might be a bit hard to display. It's also kind of big. But yeah, I picked this up. This is a Siemens projector. Gonna make some more room for this. See if we can lay it out. And there was, you know, a lot of people there who knew projectors. So I started just looking at this, and when I'm looking at it, this guy who is not selling, just a completely different guy, just visiting the convention or the meetup, he sort of comes up to me and starts sort of making small talk about projectors, and essentially almost talked me into getting this, because I could tell that this guy was very knowledgeable about projectors, and in particular about 16mm. And so he just spontaneously like, yeah, this is a good machine. Just generally like a salesman talking this up. And, I basically just stood there for a while, and then I felt like, you know what, I might as well grab this. Because this was so cheap for a 16mm projector. This essentially cost 300 Swedish crowns, which is 30 euro. And I just asked for a power outlet, sort of see if this could even power up, if it had like the lamp working or whatever. And it did, from the looks of it, this was actually in pretty good shape. And yeah, this is a 16mm projector. It's from Siemens. It does have these fold-out arms, but I'm not going to fit these in frame. And now I accidentally folded this out, so I don't know how to close it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I haven't really tested this at home yet. I did test it on site, so to speak. I did actually power it up, plug it in, and run it with to show some of the lights, just see that things were working. But I haven't actually tried it with the film that I bought. But this was part of the reason why I decided to pick up the projector and the movie together, because otherwise I wouldn't have any way to play this and actually watch it. So really excited about this, and based on what I heard from the guy, he thought that this was a really good machine, a very sort of classic, stable, like, if it works, then it's well worth the 30 euro. And based on that, I just decided to get it, essentially. And so, yeah, that was one of the last hiccups of this trip. And yeah, you can see now that my table is just gonna be, yeah, overflowing with stuff. But there is a few more things I want to show, and these are essentially items which I actually picked up on the way back from the convention, because when we were traveling back across country, we did spot a couple of car boot sales or local yard sales which we decided to check out. And one of those, which I think we actually featured in the previous video or the previous segment, was this little yard sale place, which didn't look like much. I mean, we walked in there, couldn't really find anything, but then after some additional browsing, we actually spotted a little box of audio cassettes. And I wouldn't say that I'm generally a guy who collects audio cassettes, because it's not something I have particular interest in. Like, not sure why I would want a bunch of old audio cassettes. I mean, if I find something interesting, I might grab it, but generally, I have too much stuff. I haven't really been focusing on picking up audio cassettes. But in any case, I did spot a couple of cassettes, or actually Stefan spotted these, and he asked me like if I wanted them, and they are these sort of classic X-rated or explicit covers. And a lot of the time you will see these for these Swedish adult magazines. They were essentially issued by Swedish magazines which are called Lektyr or FIB Aktuellt, like typical Playboy magazines, which just essentially issued their own sort of like top hits that were playing on the radio or whatever. And this is sort of like the same thing. So this is tracks from Europe, or track from like the Europe top list or top hits, whatever, that are playing on radio. And it just says exciting music, and there's like a nude girl on the cover. So yeah, these are volume 3 and volume 2. Not really sure what years these are from, and haven't played them. So the music is probably very interesting, just generally hits. But I hadn't actually seen this sort of tracks from the Europe top before. And so I thought these were, it didn't pay much. I think they were €1 per tape, so I thought I might as well grab these. But that is actually the last finds of today, and the table is already full, so not too much point of bringing anything in, because this is it. So yeah, quite an exciting trip, quite a lot of cool and interesting finds to me. I don't know if I might make an additional video on the 16mm film once I've actually tested it, but I'll probably not be able to show the adult material anyway. But it could be fun to actually take a closer look at this machine if I ever have time to do like an in-depth review or sort of demonstration of it. We'll see. But that is pretty much it for this video. So really hope you enjoyed it. I want to say thank you to Richard once again. Really awesome get together. I will definitely be thinking about visiting these in the years to come. And yeah, that's it for me. I want to say thank you very much for watching, and as usual, hope to see you all next time. Oh, and obviously I completely forgot, but just to mention, I also did get the accompanying metal reels for the projector. And with that said, yeah, have a good one. See you next time.